Howdy, everyone. It's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this February 15th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. Card in the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you aren't missing a thing. Alright, so yesterday was the big day where God came down to Mount Sinai to speak with the nation of Israel and to give them the law that they must follow and obey completely in order to be the people special nation that God has picked out for himself. And so now we're going to pick it up in chapter 20, where God is going to give the nation of Israel the 10 commandments, the 10 most basic rules that we all can abide by. That, the basic rules that, uh, the 10 most basic rules that God's law is built upon and that we can all abide by. So we're going to go to Exodus chapter 20, starting in verse 1. These are the things God told his people. I am the Lord your God. I am the one who freed you from the land of Egypt where you were slaves. You must not worship any other gods except me. You must not make any idols. Don't make any statues or pictures of anything up in the sky, or of anything on the earth, or of anything down in the water. Don't worship or serve idols of any kind, because I, the Lord, am your God. I hate my people worshiping other gods. People who sin against me become my enemies, and I will punish them. And I will punish their children, their grandchildren, and even their great grandchildren. But I will be very kind to people who love me and obey my commands. I will be kind to their families for thousands of generations. You must not use the name of the Lord your God to make empty promises. If you do, the Lord will not let you go unpunished. You must remember to keep the Sabbath a special day. You may work 6 days a week to do your job, but the seventh day is a day of rest in honor of the Lord your God. So on that day, no one should work. Not you, your sons and daughters, or your men and women slaves. Even your animals and the foreigners living in your cities must not work. That is because the Lord worked 6 days and made the sky, the earth, the sea, and everything in them. And on the seventh day he rested. In this way the Lord blessed the Sabbath, the day of rest. He made that a very special day. You must honor and respect your father and your mother. Do this so that you will have a full life in the land that the Lord your God gives you. You must not murder anyone. You must not commit adultery. You must not steal anything. You must not tell lies about other people. You must not want to take your neighbor's house. You must not want his wife. And you must not want his men and women servants, or his cattle, or his donkeys. You must not want to take anything that belongs to another person. Verse 18. During all this time, the people in the valley heard the thundering and saw the lightning on the mountain. They saw smoke rising from the mountain and heard the sound of the trumpet. They were afraid and shook with fear. They stood away from the mountain and watched. Then the people said to Moses, If you want to speak to us, then we will listen. Please don't let God speak to us. If this happens, we will die. Then Moses said to them, Don't be afraid. God has come to test you. He wants you to respect him so that you will not sin. People stood far away from the mountain while Moses went to the dark cloud where God was. And the Lord told Moses to say this to the Israelites: You people have seen that I talked with you from heaven. All right, so there we have it. The 10 commandments, the 10 basic rules that the law of God is built upon, and the 10 basic rules that we can all live by and be right with God and live happy, healthy lives. So the 10 commandments are the Lord is God, and there are no other gods after him, so we should not worship any other gods. We must not worship idols or make any idols, whether it's idols of God or anything else, which, in today's world, we have kind of trouble with, because think about, all the celebrities and things like that that people follow and, dare I say, worship. That's idolatry in a way. Uh, don't use the name of the Lord in vain. Don't use it to make empty promises. Remember the Sabbath and keep it special. So 6 days we're allowed to work, and then the seventh day should be a day of rest to honor the Lord. Honor your mother and father. Pretty self-explanatory. Do not commit murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not tell lies. And then do not covet your neighbor's things. So don't want what somebody else has, which, again, in today's modern world, very hard because think about social media, Facebook and Twitter, where people are posting about all the things they're doing, all the things they have. And thinking, we've all done it. We've all been like, oh man, I wish I was that person, or wish I had what they had, coveting. So there you have it, the 10 Commandments, 10 basic rules that we should all live by and be right with God. But again, following these rules does not save us. Following these rules will not make us totally right with God. Only Christ does that. Okay? So it's good to follow the rules. Yes, we should. But that is not the condition by which that we are saved. Only belief in Christ and what he did will save us. So please remember that. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it, and I see y'all tomorrow.